The City of Edina's chief building official was recently named the 2016 Code Official of the Year by one of the state's top building official organizations. David Fisher received the prestigious Alvin E. Kleinbeck Award from the Association of Minnesota Building Officials, also known as AMBO. AMBO is the state chapter of the International Code Council. Edina TV's Dietrich Nissen spoke with Fisher and has more on what this award means to him and what he's contributed to the industry.
So if we're doing our job right,
you never hear about you.
That's right.
David Fisher's career in building inspection could have easily never happened.
I have to blame that on my wife.
In fact, at first, Fisher had a different type of enforcement in mind.
I actually was going to school to be a police officer when I was a youngster, but I didn't like the instructors had a different disposition in their mannerism, and I just didn't want to be like that when I grew up.
Yet, he still wanted to help keep people safe.
My wife said, well, this is kind of enforcing codes, and you're enforcing stuff. It's kind of, you're outside. Maybe a building inspector job would be great.
In 1987, he began his journey as an intern at Brooklyn Park, which turned into a part-time inspection job with Champlin.
My career path is different than a lot of other building officials because I didn't come out of the trades.
After landing his first full-time job as a housing inspector with Brooklyn Center, Fisher spent 27 years between there and Maplewood before joining the city of Edina, where he's about to reach his third-year anniversary.
When you don't hear people dying in buildings, and if that means the building department's probably doing their job.
He has also served as the chair of AMBO, the Association of Minnesota Building Officials.
You know, I've been doing it a long time, and I really care about my profession, and so I wanted to give something back to it. And when you're involved, then you kind of have a say of what's happening, and you have some control of the direction of where things are going.
That includes bringing Minnesota's plumbing code up to the internationally recognized standard.
I didn't think we'd ever see that in our lifetime, in my lifetime anyway.
Every city he's been involved in, I should say that he's worked in, he's been very involved in the process of code development.
AMBO's current chair, Tom Bakken, says Fisher deserves the award for consistently promoting industry education.
He cares about the profession and the public safety is what it comes down to. Make sure buildings are built safely, and he's always been passionate about it.
This award's a surprise to me because a lot of the people that got it before me were big educators.
And since education often comes from those with experience, Fisher should fit right in after 30 years of protecting people and getting to do a job he enjoys.
It's never boring, and no building's ever the same. I like working with people to begin with. I mean, that's part of the job I like. And so, so I love what I do.
And for something he hadn't intended to do, it's a feeling that's shown in his work and led to this award. In Edina, Dietrich Nissen, Edina TV.
Although he's no longer in a leadership role, Fisher says he will continue to be involved with AMBO's efforts to attract young people to the profession.